So I'm still sat here, still filming this declutter, and now we're on to face palettes. Now I didn't think I had that many face palettes, but I've just got them all out, including all of my P. Louise ones, which was with like my P. Louise shelf with all the eyeshadows, and yeah, I've actually got quite a lot. So some of them are looking hella dusty as well, because I keep one like little storage box container out and they're on display, meaning that they are a little bit dusty. This one's actually an eyeshadow palette, so let me just chuck that over there. So let me just give these a little bit of a wipe down, because yeah, hella dusty over here right now. Oh god. Right, just tidy those up. What happened? Get a bit hot again. That's better. So I'm fitting the brown theme, brown outfit, brown nails. Okay, right. So face palettes. I've got face palettes, lip palettes, blush palettes, bronzer palettes, you know, those kind of things. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into it. So if you want to see me declutter my face palette, then please stay tuned. Oh god, I do apologise for looking so raggedy and tired, but I am tired now. It's 20 to 7, been filming for hours. This is what we're working with. This display bit, which I used to keep on top of my dressing table, and then also this stack of P. Louise ones. So I'm just going to push everything to one side for the time being, so now I can go through it a bit like this. There we go, lovely. So this, I'm definitely not decluttering. This is one of my favourite palettes, face palettes anyway. This is the Doll Beauty Artist Collection palette. Now I don't know if they're going to be rebranding this or not, but basically it comes with 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, 2 highlighters, 6 eyeshadows and 6 lipsticks. Now I didn't really use the lipsticks as much. Like I use them sometimes, but they're alright, but they're starting to dry out a bit. You know what this palette needed? Like a bit of a covering for the lipsticks, because the lipsticks dry out. But I do have a lot of Doll Beauty lipsticks anyway, so I'm not really that bothered. But these eyeshadows, like you can see I've hit pan on this one. This is the most perfect banana eyeshadow ever. And I love using this on the inner corner, love using this in the crease, and then these to deepen. I love a Doll Beauty bronzer. If you see my bronzer declutter, then you would have seen the first one I spoke about was a Doll Beauty one. Love Doll Beauty blushes. I've got this one as a single because I love it so much. And what shades are these? So they are Dolly Day and Take Me to the Peach. And then we've got Gimme Sun Medium, Gimme Sun Dark, Doll Light, Shine Bright and Like a Diamond. Like a Diamond used to be an absolute favourite. It's a little bit dried out now. You know what? I've not used this palette in ages because it actually fell down the back of my dressing table and I couldn't actually get to it, which I was devoed about. Hence why I brought this Dolly Day as a single. But it's just such a beautiful palette. So I will never get rid of this palette until it is all done. And you know what? This is the palette that I take away with me, because I know it's quite a large palette, but I don't have to take blush, bronzers, eyeshadows or highlighters away with me. I just take this one big palette and then basically my creams, and then that's it. So yeah, definitely if this one comes back in stock, I would definitely recommend it. It's just such a good palette. I've brought it for a few people for their birthdays. I've recommended it so much. Okay, let's do Made by Mitchell blush books. I've got blush books. I've got the curve case big. I've got these curve cases. I think that's it for Made by Mitchell. So we've got the Bronze Motel bronze book, and yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this because of how many bronzers you actually get, which I think is such a good steal, and I have been using this quite a bit recently. So yeah, I do like this palette. The bronzers just blend out so beautifully. I don't know if they still stock this palette, but yeah, I got this off TikTok shop dead cheap. And then the original blush book, again, some absolute staples in here. I love Thrill Joy, Peachy Friday, Milkshake, Think Pink, like loads of them. They're so nice. Some of them have got like a bit of a gold reflect to it just to make it a little bit more different. And just why there's no one else that I know does purple blush in a palette, do you know what I mean? So it's just such a unique palette, really, really beautiful shades. I definitely prefer the shade selection in this one than the blush book 2, hence why I didn't get it. But yeah, love this one, it's definitely a staple. And I just love his formulas as well. And then we've got 2 of the normal curve cases. So This one is Curve Case Light, I believe, and I've had it for absolute ages. It's one of my favourites. Like literally these two shades and this blush shade have gone right down. It wouldn't surprise me if it would last that much longer, but it just looks absolutely mucky now. And then I've got the Holly Pop one as well. I've been using it a few times and yeah, really love the shade selection in this. More bronzers and blushes than bronzers and blushes, if that makes sense, compared to like the normal Curve Case. But I suppose that's what makes it a little bit different, and just love the formula of these. Could not rate these even higher, and so therefore definitely keep it. And then we've got the Curve Case Collective. Now in hindsight, I wouldn't need another cream blush again. I've only reached for this like twice, I think, because yeah, I don't know why, I just kind of forgotten about it and I never really reached for it. But I'm going to keep it in my collection for a little bit longer, and if I don't reach for it again, then I'm going to declutter. But if I do, then I'm going to make more of a conscious effort to reach for it. Then next we have this KVD Shade and Light, and I used to love this contour palette, but this is probably about 8 years old. It's so old now, and yeah, is it even pigmented? Probably a little bit, but yeah, I think I need to part with this, which is the same. This brings me nostalgia. So yeah, I am going to part with this because it's been so long I never reached for it anymore, so what's the point? But yeah, we've had some good times. And then we've got this Be Perfect Shapeshifter palette, which was in collaboration with Coles World and Zachary Vang. It came in 2 palettes, so you got like this palette, which was blushes, highlighters, which I didn't really reach for, but I mainly use this one, which is like the contour palette, and I really liked this. And you could definitely use like each of these shades on the eyes as well, so there's a bit like an eye and face palette. However, never reached for this, so I'm going to declutter. So we've got a Sigma highlighter palette, and it's still in the packaging. That's how much I've not reached for it. So I actually got this for my birthday, which is really bad, but these shades are absolutely beautiful and so blinding. So I am going to keep this because I feel like it is a beautiful palette. And yeah, I feel like because I got it bought for my birthday as well, I definitely can't declutter it. Another nostalgic highlighter palette, so this is the Platinum Ice from Jeffree Star. As you can see, it's very dusty. Now I've not used this for a while, but just look at that. And if I wanted more of a coloured highlighter, then I would reach for this one. And I've got to say, this is probably my favourite shade, Canary Bling. Look at those. They're just beautiful. It still works really, really well. And yeah, it's just got that unique spin to it, which not a lot of my other highlighters have. So I'm definitely going to keep that. Look, all the dust flying out. That's really bad, isn't it? We've got a Pat McGrath face palette. Have I used this before? No. So this is Divine Blush and Glow Cheek Palette. Now, I kept saying I'm not going to touch this until I do a video on it, and I never did a video on it. So now the time's passed and they don't even sell it anymore. So yeah, I've not even used this before. I've swatched it, and it is a beautiful palette. So yeah, I need to actually use this. I'm not going to get rid of it, obviously. Paid a lot of money for it. But those blush shades are just beautiful. It's a lovely highlighter. So yeah, I'm going to make sure I use that. We've got another highlighter palette here, and this is from Cosmic Brushes, and a lot of dust. Now, Cosmic Brushes, I seem to collect their palettes. I love their palettes, and this is another one similar to the Jeffree Star one, but they're just slightly different. But look at those! Oh my god, they are, I just forget how much I love this palette. And especially this golden apple shade, that cinnamon swirl and then blueberry muffin, they got shifts in them and they're just so beautiful. So yeah, definitely not going to get rid of this palette either. Cosmic Brushes really know how to make products. Like, their products are so good. I actually just purchased their newest palette, the Smolder one. So let me know if you want a video on it. Then I've got this Beauty Bay Golden Glow highlighter palette. I'm going to declutter this. I never reached for it, and I've got so many highlighter palettes that I just don't need it. This is an oldie but a goodie, the Belgian Waffle palette from BH Cosmetics. I don't think BH Cosmetics is even around anymore. Like, this is how old this is. But it comes with some bronzers, which I never reached for. I did really used to like these highlighters, but as we've seen, I've got loads of highlighters, so I think I'm actually going to declutter this, you know. We've got the P. Louise Shut Up and Kiss Me lipstick palette. This was the first lipstick palette they brought out, and I use this all the time. As you can see, especially like these shades. I use. So yeah, I love this. Definitely not going to get rid of it. I've got this P. Louise palette. You give me the ick. Still in the packaging. Never used it, so can't even remember what it looks like, to be honest. Let's have a look and get into it. Oh, this is a lipstick palette that I've not even used yet. See, I do really like those tones, but I don't know. I haven't got some of these tones in those ones. I'm gonna put this to one side and I'll come back to it in a minute. So I've got these two Beauty Bay ones. We've got this one, which is the, I don't know what one this is. They're both actually really, really pretty. I really like this blush shade. I think I'd probably use this one more, so I'm going to declutter this one. Yeah. Then I've got this P. Louise A Little Dream palette, chocolate one, which is like similar concept. And I do love the shades in this one, but do I ever reach for it? No. But I've got this P. Louise one, which is a bit more peachy. What one to keep? I think I might keep this one now. This one's not been touched, but I love that blush shade. And I think that bronzer I'd get away with more than this one, because that blush shade is too light for me. Yeah, I'm going to keep the Dreamin' chocolate one and then take away the other P. Louise one. So I'm going to take out the packaging. Another Goldie but a goodie. Oldie. The Ofra Cosmetics highlighter palette. This used to be an absolute favourite. Remember when Nikki Tutorials brought out her collab with them? Pretty sure it was Nikki Tutorials. But I'm pretty sure then they had loads of drama. So I think I'm going to declutter this. Not because of the drama, but because I never actually reached for it. So I'm going to declutter that. Then I've got this Beauty Crop Cocoa Rose palette. I'm going to declutter, don't ever reach for it. Obviously not going to declutter my Dior palette because that is a staple. My Danessa Myricks Lip and Cheek palette. I've not used this for a while, but it is nice, but I just don't know. I feel like I might get rid of it, you know. Yeah, I think I'm going to declutter my Danessa Myricks palette. And then we've got the Charlotte Tilbury palette, which I'm definitely not going to get rid of because I use this quite a lot, the Pillow Talk Face palette, and I love it. Now I've got my big mountain of P. Louise palettes, and I need to be quite cutthroat with these because I've got so many. So we've got Smitten, which is a lipstick palette. So I think I'm going to declutter this. And then that means I'll keep the ick one. So I'm going to keep this one, but declutter this. So I'm going to take this out the packaging and declutter this one. And then what's this? Cold Outside. Oh, yeah, I'm not decluttering that. Look how beautiful those shades are. Even though I've not used it, but I will do. So I'm going to keep that. Then we've got the Take the Whisk palette, which is a blush palette again, but it's more orangey, bronzy tones. So again, slightly different. So again, I'm going to keep that one. I do love a blush palette, I can't lie. And then it's the icing on the top is this, another blush palette. Again, these are different tones, so I do like them. So I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep it. And then this is another blush palette. Oh my goodness. It's because I got loads of them from the budget boxes and advent calendars. Oh, but that's another pink one. Right, let's compare it. Right, I don't need both, but I do like the different tones. Like, how beautiful is that as a palette? Like these two, I like that one. I like these. I like this one more. It's more muted, but then if I wanted a more brighter one, I do like this one. So I'm 32 years old. I'm going to keep them both. And I'll decide another day if I'm going to declutter or not. But then we've got another blush palette, which is these ones. I think I might declutter this one because this one is a bit more bulkier and I've got those tones in the other one, so I'm going to declutter this one. I don't know if I've even used that. And then we've got the CEOOO highlighter palette. Keeping this, love this. Such a beautiful palette. Keeping that for sure. We've got the cream bronzer palette, the Spoilt for Choice one, and definitely going to keep this because it's so many cream bronzers all in one palette. So definitely going to keep this one. That's my favourite cream bronzer and that one. But at least I've got a bit more of a variation if I need to. So definitely going to keep that. And this is from the advent last year. Golden Ticket, another highlighter palette. but this one's just stunning, so I'm going to keep it. And if you want me to swatch all these, by the way, at one point, then just let me know. And then we've got all in one palette. So this one's got creams, bronzers and highlighters, but you know what, I'm going to declutter this one. I'm going to declutter it. It doesn't wow me as much as the others, so I'm going to declutter that one. Then I've got this, the Rosy Railway blush palette. Oh, can't remember what this one looks like. That's bad, isn't it? And this is from the advent last year as well. See, that's a nice one, but I feel like I've got those shades in those other palettes, so I'm going to declutter this one. Then I've got these back from when I did the pro course, and these are old now, so I'm going to declutter them both. So we've got the bronzer palette and that's a nice blush, but I've got loads of blushes. Yeah, I'm going to declutter both of these. And then one more is this powder bronzer palette, which is the gingerbread one, which, to be honest, I'm going to declutter because I don't like the shape of the pans, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm going to declutter that, as I've got the Made by Mitchell bronzer palette anyway. Now, out of all those though, have I actually got a P. Louise bronzer? I don't think I've got a P. Louise powder bronzer. Let me just see. So that's a highlighter, cream bronze, so cream bronze, highlighter, blush, blush. So I've got 4 blushes, 1 cream bronzer. Yeah, well, that'll be fine, that'll be fine. I haven't actually got P. Louise powder bronzer. So, so do I keep this for that? No, I'm going to get rid. I've got loads of other bronzers. Oh, yeah, I have got P. Louise powder bronzers in another palette, which I will actually go and get because it's an Iron Face palette, so I will include that. So yeah, I'm going to declutter this one. And then we've got this palette, which is a brand new Chapter 2 palette, and I was going to put this in just the eyeshadow palettes, but I suppose it's more face palette because you open it up, you've got the eyeshadows there, peachy eyeshadows, then you've got some blushes, you've got bronzers, and then you've got highlighters. So yeah, at least I've got a P. Louise bronzer in case I want to do a full face of P. Louise, so I'll keep that with that. So out of all those, this is my face palettes, what I'm left with, which I think is taken quite a big chunk out of, so I'm happy with that. That was a successful face palette declutter, I think, and it's kind of reignited my love for some of these palettes, like especially this Pat McGrath one. I completely forgot I had it. The large curve case, the Cosmic Brushes highlighter palette, all of my P. Louise face palettes, I love those. So yes, I'm happy with those. Right, yeah. Well, I'm glad you've watched this video if you have made it this far, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Let me know down below what's your favourite face palette. Are there any that I need to purchase or review myself? And hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Bye!